Hi there guys, and welcome to our YouTube channel that we are launching. Donna and I, some of you will know us from Facebook and from Instagram, but we've had so many requests to start up a YouTube channel. So this is new to us, so don't judge us, and we're just going to try and do the best we can. We aren't professional in any way, but yeah, it is what it is, and we'll try. So a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram that follow us on those channels have asked us sort of to give a brief explanation of where we came from and how we managed to get into this lifestyle and all that sort of stuff. So here it is. Donna and I got married pretty young. We had kids when we were pretty young, and like most couples, you know, we just struggled through day-to-day life and both working full-time, just trying to make ends meet. But we always been an adventurous couple, as much as we could do, you know, on a limited budget and limited time. And we've done a few good things in our lives. We've, as the kids grew older and business started improving, we managed to explore more and to get more adventurous. Some of the things we've done, we had Harley Davidsons. We each had a Harley Davidson, and we traveled the country, the width and breadth and length of South Africa, and it was awesome. We had some great times, and we saw the country from the view of motorbikes. We then also managed to scrape together some funds, and we bought a little place in Turkey, in a little town called Kuşadası, where we also bought the cheapest little ocean-going yacht that we could, and we managed to sail a bit of the Greek Isles on that for a few years. But we found ourselves spending a lot of time out of the country, traveling, and we've always had a passion for Africa, a passion for South Africa in particular, and we always wanted to get to see the country more. So we eventually invested in a second-hand Land Rover Defender 110, which I've always loved the iconic look. We both have loved the iconic look of the Land Rover, and we started doing a bit of overlanding, very basic and very naive. Not knowing much. There wasn't too much YouTube out there, and too many of the social media guys that could give us any advice. There wasn't much on Google and that, so we just did it ourselves. And we traveled to places like Namibia and Botswana and Zimbabwe and Mozambique, you know, the normal Southern African countries. And it was great. It was fantastic, and we learned a lot. And we had an old flip-top rooftop tent that we battled with. But over the years, eventually, I think it was in 2017, we were coming back from Namibia, and Donna said to me, you know, she'd always loved to do this, the Cape to Cairo, you know, the traditional Cape to Cairo drive, you know, and how possible would it be? And I said, no, I'd love that, obviously. And then she said, well, how possible would it be to drive up to Scotland? Bearing in mind that Donna is Scottish. She was born in Scotland. She was born in a city called Dundee in Scotland, and I, coincidentally, was born in a town in South Africa called Dundee. Hi guys, in Dundee, and so we decided to drive from Dundee in South Africa up to Dundee in Scotland, which was great, and we set off. And look at the elephant, and we set off. And we tried to go up the West Coast. We didn't do too much homework, to be honest. We were pretty naive with it. And we set up the West Coast. We got through up to the Congo, and we couldn't get through the Congo. You know, they wouldn't give us a visa and blah, blah, blah. And it was pretty traumatic. Anyway, we came back to South Africa, and we eventually set off up the next year up the East Coast. And we got all the way up the East Coast. We had some great adventures. And all the way up the East Coast, we got up to Egypt, and then we shipped across to Turkey, and we went up through through Asia and through Europe and up to Scotland, which was a great adventure. And after that, we were asked by people so many questions about like the traveling and you know what happened and all sorts of things that we couldn't put onto Facebook and that. So we put it into a journal, and that journal turned into a book, and it turned into quite a substantial book, far bigger than we expected, with all our photographs in it, 550 color photographs. Quite a great book, and it's selling so well, surprisingly. But yeah, it's selling really, really well on Amazon and here in South Africa. But So after that, after we got back from our trip, we were hooked, and we decided that this is what we really wanted to do. This is the best way to see Southern Africa, which is what we wanted to do more of, etc., etc. And look at the Ellie. There's an Ellie in the water. He's just walked into the water there, chasing the hippos away. And we got back, and we were in Kruger, and it was raining incessantly, for days and days and days on end, and we were stuck in our rooftop tent in the Land Rover, and we sort of got onto the thoughts of maybe getting a motorhome type thing, but it had to be your 4x4, obviously, for the places we wanted to go to. So we eventually decided that we were going to build our 4x4 dream motorhome truck, which is what we did. We bought an Isuzu NPS 300 4x4. We took it down to AC Motorhomes in Cape Town, who were just brilliant. And they designed, and between Donna and Hein and Melissa, the owners and runners of AC Motorhomes, they designed this absolute home on wheels, far too plush for our basic needs.
I don't think so.
but everything's in here, and we love it. It's not for everyone. Some people it's too big for some people, but for us it's perfect. And we've done some great adventures so far. We've really done some good adventures in the past year. This year, or just at the end of last year, I turned 60, and we finally pulled the trigger, and we retired. We formally retired, put it that way. My daughter is all grown up and qualified, and she's got that elephant's going under the water, having such a joy. And my daughter runs her successful law practice up in Hilton. My son and his wife have taken over our business in Margate, and the time is now for us to travel and do the things we want. So we are hitting the road in a serious way. This trip, we are spending 2 months in the Kruger. We're going from the south right up to the north and then back again over a 2-month period. We then are off to the Tankwa, Karoo. We're going to the Africa Burn Festival, which is going to be exciting, something different for us. And then we are looking again at going back up to Botswana, back up to Kwai. We went up to Zambia the end of last year to see the migrations, and we just this is just a channel where we can hopefully share with all of you. We've got such a big following on Facebook, and as I said, people are wanting us to spread our wings and get onto the YouTube channel. So this is it. We're going to try our best. It's just very amateurish. The editing is not going to be great. The footage is only going to be through our iPhones, so nothing great there. And hopefully you'll all join us, and you'll enjoy the trip with us. There's our Ellie. I don't know if you can see him in the background, coming out of the water. That's a nice bull, huh? Giving us the eyeball. We would love you all to follow the link on YouTube. We're going to post this link on Facebook and on Instagram, and go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. As I say, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, even though it says subscribe. And follow us, and hopefully we can keep you entertained, and you will enjoy it and come on this trip with us. I don't know if you want to say anything, babe.
No, I think you said it all.
Awesome. But thanks for following us, guys, and hopefully you enjoy the trip with us. Cheers.
Drink coffee.
Cheers to coffee. Oh, awesome.